What's good guys, welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how to overcome your lust forever. Before we're going to hop into this video, if you like this type of content, please subscribe, like the video, and feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's in the description link down below. Let's hop into it. So before we're going to go into how to overcome lust, let's just start off with a little story from me back in the day. When I was younger, maybe about 20 years old, I felt lustful constantly, and so did all the men around me, right? I just thought it was a normal thing to constantly feel this need, to constantly feel this urge, to satisfy this unending sexual desire, this unending lust. But what I started to notice is that, okay, I can fulfill it, right? I can do the thing that will fulfill the lust. But what I've realized is that maybe, the lust is going to be gone and the urge is going to be gone for one day. If not even less, maybe even 30 minutes, right? You're finally free. You're satisfied. But then after a few days, right, you need more. You need more. And what you will start to notice is that the more you act upon this lust, the more you try to fulfill this desire through acting it out, the more you become a slave to it, the more you need it, right? And at a certain point, it becomes nothing more than a scratch you cannot itch. That's what it starts to feel like. You're constantly walking around feeling as if you need something. You constantly feel lustful when you see a woman. You constantly need to satisfy this urge you cannot satisfy. So over time and over the years of practice, and I started to understand how to overcome lust. And at this point, I no longer feel lust. There's a big difference between feeling sexual attraction towards a woman and feeling lustful, right? Sexual attraction happens in the moment. It's a beautiful thing, and you actually feel energized and you feel your heart light up, right? It's a very energizing experience, and this is something very natural. But when you feel lustful, you're just constantly walking around and looking like a predator, or you just open your laptop, right? And what this will do is this will spiritually numb you. This will keep you in low-level emotions and in a low state of vibration, which will not allow you to grasp any new ideas. Third of all, it's going to be very difficult to really focus on a goal long term, because in no time you're going to be distracted by women on the phone, by women on the laptop, by women in real life. So it becomes very hard to create a fulfilling life for yourself. You're constantly in your mind lusting and lusting. You're constantly in the need of something. And this is a very annoying and very difficult state of living. Right? It's not a very pleasant state of consciousness. And when we look at the emotional scale of David R. Hawkins, what we can see is that lust is rooted from the emotion of desire. When we look at the emotion of desire, what we can see is that it is a very negative emotion. It's even lower than anger. What you're saying and the state you're coming from when you're in the state of desire: I'm the little me and I need something from the outer world to make me happy. Please, I want it because I'm not good enough now. I don't have enough within myself. I want it. So what you're doing is you're literally just recreating your smallness. And again, as we know, it's going to fulfill you for maybe a second, maybe 10 minutes, maybe one day, and then it's just going to come back a lot stronger. It's like a scratch you cannot itch. Back in the day, I thought this was the way of life, right? You're constantly looking to satisfy this urge because all the men around me did the same thing. We tried to go to the club all the time, constantly on Tinder, and this is all we would be doing, right? There was nothing else, and I just thought this was normal, but it's not. Right? It's just your mind. You're giving all this attention to these lustful thoughts. So you're constantly creating more of it. Overcoming your lust will give you clarity, confidence, and it will give you spiritual insights you were not aware of back in the day. What's going to happen as well is that you will start a way more closer connection to God, because what you're doing is you're starting to free up space within your own mind to have focus on that, right? It's very hard to feel any type of spiritual connection to anything when your mind is filled with these lustful thoughts, right? So the way lust is created is by a single thought. First, we get a single sexual thought. What we do is we give the sexual thought our attention and we'll continue to give it energy, right? Now, what is going to happen? Everything we give energy is going to grow. So the first thing to understand about undoing your lust is that you are not your mind and you are neither your thoughts. This is the main principle and the main thing to understand about overcoming your lust. You are not your lust. Your lust is nothing more than a thought you have given your attention years after years after years. You are the awareness behind all your thoughts. You are not the one thinking it, but you are in control of what types of thought you give your attention. So the main way to overcome your lust is to be able to understand that you are not your thoughts, but you are the one observing your thoughts. Because what is happening every time you feel lustful or you get a lustful thought, you give it your attention because you're not even aware that it's your mind generating these thoughts. Once you start to meditate and once you start to become aware of the fact that you are not the thinker, right? Your thoughts are just generated by your mind, you can redirect your attention to something else very quickly because you become very aware once a lustful thought starts to pop up in your mind. You need to create this awareness within yourself to be able to effortlessly overcome this. You start to become the master of your mind and your mind starts to become the servant instead of the other way around. A lot of us are still completely identified with our own minds, so this way we're just not able to overcome lust, because if we think we are the lust and we continue to give it our energy, we can't do anything about it. That is why meditation and practicing self-awareness is crucially important to overcome lust. So whenever a sexual thought is popping up in your mind, what we tend to do, because we've been doing this habitually for years and years and years, we give it our attention. We start to give it more and more attention, more and more energy. And what's going to happen? This thought is going to grow. You're going to go deeper into this thought and more similar thoughts start to pop up in your mind, more lustful thoughts. What starts to happen now is your body starts to react to it and you start to feel this urge, feel this desire and this wanting. And now again, you're at the point of feeling lustful. You really want something. So you might open your laptop or you might start to really lust that woman. It's a truly annoying feeling. It's a terrible feeling. It's not nice to feel lustful. You're constantly feeling as if you need something. I need this, I need that, I need that. And you simply cannot fulfill it even by acting upon it, right? Acting upon it will actually make it worse. You start to meditate every single morning, you start to become aware of your thoughts. As you go throughout the day, what you can do is that whenever you feel a sexual thought pop up in your mind, you become aware of it as quickly as you possibly can. When you become aware of the thought, what you want to do is you want to redirect your focus to something else. So this can be something you're just seeing. Maybe you see a tree, maybe you see something else going on in the outer world. Or you can redirect it to a different thought within your mind. You are your own creator. You are the creator of your own reality. And once you really start to realize this, you will gain the power of redirecting your energy to whatever you want to manifest, to whatever you want to create. But if we continue to redirect it to the same thought again and again, we will continue to create the same thing. And this is simply what happens when you are not aware of the fact that you are not your thoughts, you see. Your mind is just generating the thoughts that you are choosing. So when you give your attention to a certain thought, what you're telling your mind is, hey, he wants more of this, right? Because this is where the energy is going to. If you continue to focus on your shortcomings, or you continue to focus on the fact, oh, I'm so depressed, or oh, I'm such a victim, oh, life is so hard, and you continue to focus on that, what's going to happen is your mind is just going to generate more of those types of thoughts. Because it's like, this is what he wants, I'm going to give more of that, right? So this is truly powerful to understand. Do you see how powerful this is if we continue to do this over a long period of time? So over time, what you will see is that your mind starts to create better and better thoughts about yourself. What you will start to see is that your mind is giving you way better thoughts to think about, because this is what you're giving your attention. And if you continue to give that more and more of your attention, right? The amazing thoughts, how amazing your life is, all the things you've been doing well, right? To focus on that positive side, you will continue to see that your mind starts to generate more and more of those thoughts, and you start to build momentum into the positive direction, right? It's a momentum thing. In the beginning, it's hard to get the wheels rolling, but over time, once the wheels are rolling, it's effortless. It's just going, and you're taken by life, right? You're taken by life into the right direction. But it all starts with redirecting your energy towards something else. So another big trigger for many of us men, and this is again a crucial one, is by visual stimulation, right? These days it's harder now than ever. When you open Instagram, the first thing you see is half-naked woman. You look around, you see girls in yoga pants, and with one single button you can open a whole website of these types of things. It's unbelievable. So it's crucially important to delete all those things in your life. Delete social media, block all the websites, and learn to redirect your attention to something else when you're just going about your day. I'm not telling you to never look at women again, because I don't think that's healthy. Maybe in the beginning, when you're really trying to overcome this, maybe you want to go monk mode for a while. Maybe you really want to dive deep within yourself. I've done this myself, and this is hands down the quickest way to overcome lust, because you break this momentum extremely quickly. And what you will see is that once you really have a pure mind, you've really overcome the lust, You can walk around, you can look at women, you can appreciate their beauty, but it's coming from a different place. Once you really overcame this, sure, you can re-download Instagram if you want to. Just be sure that all that type of content you just put, I'm not interested in that. When you go on my Instagram, when you go on my social media, you're not seeing any of those women, ever. You're just seeing motivational quotes, things about running, things that I'm interested in, right? But you don't see any girls, no ass, nothing, because I've been continuously saying not interested, not interested, not interested on the post, and after a while, the algorithm of Instagram or any other social media will not recommend this to you anymore. So the next step to take is to really have a clear vision of yourself. Who do you want to be in a year? You need to have some type of direction, some type of goal, some type of vision, something that you can redirect this energy into. So whenever you get a lustful thought, you want to put it into your goals. But for a lot of men, this is very difficult because we tend to not really have any clear goals. We don't really know where we want to go to, but it's very hard to make progress towards something, and actually impossible to make progress towards something when you don't know where you're going, right? You need to have some type of northern star, some type of vision, some type of something for yourself to move to. Maybe you want to build your dream body. You just want to live a more fulfilling life. You want to become closer to God. Anything. It can be something super small as well. But you need to have something to put this stuff into, to think about, right? What will happen if you start to build your dream body and you start to become very passionate about it? What you will see is that a lot of your thoughts on a day-to-day basis are about nutrition, or about learning nutrition, or about, oh, should I train then? Should I train then? If you have those things on your mind, it becomes a lot easier to continuously redirect this attention towards that goal. Next to that, you really want to be clear on where you want to be in 1 year from now. To make this very clear, you can write it down and put it on your wall, and you know every single day why you're doing it, where you're going to. So the next one is crucially important as well, and this is surrendering your lust, right? You can just surrender your lust, or you can, if this is for you, surrender your lust to God. Surrender it. Every time you feel lustful, don't resist the lust. Accept it. Accept the lust. Give the lust love, because it's nothing more than an old emotion from the old you. Because whatever you resist is going to come back stronger. Seek out to something higher than yourself. Seek out to God. Seek out to guidance. Ask questions to the divine if this is something you're open for. This can give you truly so much strength to overcome this problem. And if you ask for it, it shall be given. And Jesus Christ said it as well. Whatever you ask for shall be given. Let God undo the lust for you. Let it transcend out of your body. I know this is maybe a bit too much for some people, but I know a lot of other people can really have some benefit from this. This has helped for me as well. I truly feel as if when I ask for something higher, I'm gonna get it. You know, if you are open for something like this, what you will start to notice is that there is in fact a guide, there is in fact a power that is going to help you overcome this. And last but not least, it's hopping on semen retention, guys. It's an obvious one. When you hop on semen retention and you're able to redirect your energy while being on semen retention, it's the ultimate unluster, right? I'm not sure if this is a thing, but over time, what you will notice, man, you know, lust is just going to disappear when you're up on semen retention. You become very pure, very whole within your own mind. If you're also able to redirect these thoughts, semen retention is king. Semen retention will help you overcome all this, and you are able to see reality with fresh eyes, new eyes, in a beautiful way, without constantly needing something. Now, obviously, this is the real challenge, because lust is the exact thing that is going to make you relapse. But if you're able to truly master semen retention for the rest of your life, what you will see is that lust, it starts to disappear, because semen retention is going to absolutely maximize your self-control, your self-respect, your purpose to something higher, your purpose in life, and just your overall connection to God. So this is crucially important and truly powerful to master if you want to undo your lust. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.